Well, good evening and welcome to the football show. I'm your host, Earl Baston. Unfortunately, I am alone this evening. My co host, Punchy Dill, is not feeling well. And of course, Coach Kita is traveling with the women's national team. So, what we're going to do this evening, run down the scores, run down the tables, just to give you an idea of what took place over the weekend in football and how everybody stands as of this afternoon. Yesterday at the Wellington Oval, it was St. George's Colts 3, Somerset Trojans 1. Today at Police Field, it was Young Man Social Club 1, PHC Zebras 0. At Wellington Oval was Hamilton Parish 0, Dandy Town Hornets 2. And at Bernard Park, it was North Village Rams 2, Crossroads 0. In First Division play last evening at the BAA Field, it was Vasco 3, Island Rangers 1. Today, it was Boulevard Blazers 3, Robin Hood 2, Wolves 2, St. David's 0, and Devonshire Colts 3, Somerset Eagles 0. Now we'll take a look at the current standings in the Premier Division. The North Village Rams have played 4 games, won all 4 games, so they have 12 points. Paget Lions have 9 points, but they've only played 3 games. Their match with Devonshire Cougars was not played because of a scheduling mix-up for the field. St. George's Colts moved on to 7 points after 4 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. There are 3 teams that have 6 points. Devonshire Cougars, who were to play Paget Lions, they've only played 3 games. They have 6 points. PHC Zebras have 6 points, as well as the Dandy Town Hornets have 6 points. Young Man Social Club, with the victory over the PHC Zebras, moved to 4 points. Somerset Trojans remain on 2 points. Hamilton Parish and Crossroads both have a point each. In the First Division, it's Devonshire Colts and Vasco leading the league. Devonshire Colts have played 3 matches, won all 3, have 9 points. Vasco have played 4 matches. They've won 3 and lost 1. They have 9 points. Wolves moved on to 6 points after 3 matches. Robin Hood have played 3 matches. They have 6 points. And St. David's have played 4 matches and have 6 points. Southampton Rangers have played 3 matches and have 3 points. Somerset Eagles also have 3 points and they've played 3 games. The Boulevard Blazers have 3 points and they've played 3 games, while Island Rangers have played 4 matches and have yet to get a point. Again, let's run down. Let's talk about the results and the picks from last week or this weekend. We go with St. George's beating Somerset Trojans 3-1. We all took St. George's. Social Club edged PHC 1-0. We all took PHC. Hamilton Parish went down 2-0 to Dandytown Hornets. I took the Hornets. Punchy took Parish, and Coach Keita took a draw. And then we all took some North Village Rams to defeat Crossroads, and they did just that, 2-0. We all took Vasco to beat Island Rangers, and Vasco won that match 3-1. We all took Devonshire Colts to defeat Somerset Eagles, and Devonshire Colts won that match 3-0. We all took Robin Hood, myself and Punchy took Robin Hood. Coach Keita took a draw in the match between the Boulevard Blazers and Robin Hood, so none of us got a point there because Boulevard Blazers won 3-2. And then we all took Wolves over St. David's, and Wolves won that match 2-0. So quickly going down the score, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6, taking my total to 18. Punchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Punchy took 5, got 5. He moves on to 19. And Coach Keita. 2, 3, 4, 5. She got 5 as well, and she is on 17. So as it stands, Punchy leads with 19. I'm on 18, and Coach Keita is on 17. So again, we'll just run down the scores. I believe Coach Keita is trying to get on. She is in the midst of traveling. Um, we'll see. We'll hang around a bit just to see if she does get on. Um, but again, running down the scores in the Premier Division over the weekend: St. George's Colts 3, Somerset Trojans 1, Young Man Social Club 1, PHC Zebras 0, Hamilton Parish 0, Dandytown Hornets 2, North Village Rams 2, Crossroads 0. First Division: Vasco 3, Island Rangers 1, Boulevard Blazers 3, Robin Hood 2, Wolves 2, St. David's 0, Devonshire Colts 3, and the Somerset Eagles 0. Coach Keita has joined us.
Hey.
Hey, Coach.
What's happening? How you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
Hanging in there.
Good,
Ready to be done,
but first let's jump on. Obviously, we didn't lose the other night, but we didn't win either. But it's one of those. You're away from home. You do everything you can to protect the point you went with. Is that kind of how the mood is now?
The mood actually is like, why can't we play right now? Like let's play to get that out of our system, to get that behind us. So the players will understand where and how it went wrong, and we have the personnel to do the job that needs to be done, and it's now up to me to fix some things. Even a team that played in the match, has the ability. It just was one of those days that we just didn't. It didn't come together. If anybody watched the game, like I had a friend of mine watch it today and was like, "Who am I watching? Like this is not like you guys at all, right?" And so I have to give Barbados, their props as well. They brought the game. They brought the physicality to us, and so we were never able to settle and play. And it's not new to us because the teams that we played in Island Games were just as physical, if not more physical. We have Emily Cabral, who's out with an injury. Leilani got injured in that match. Samira got injured in Island Games. Tesnay got, so it's not that we can't play, we just didn't. And it is what it is. We pick up and we go again. The girls, like, they're ready, they're hungry, they can't wait for Tuesday, but at the end of the day, it's a good team, and we have reinforcements. And so, yeah, some things are going to look a little different on Tuesday than they did on Friday, but not too different, but we know that we need to now, the pack's still chasing us. But we know that we now need to make sure that we secure those 3 points on Tuesday so that, we have somewhat of a cushion. Before that match, we just couldn't lose the last match. And we're still in that position where we have to win. We have to draw or win that last match, given we win on Tuesday and on December 1st.
Well, let me just run down some of the scores from today or from this weekend, and we could jump into them. St. George's Colts 3, Somerset Trojans 1. That match was played yesterday. Today, Young Man Social Club 1, PHC Zebras 0. I just thought you'd get that reaction. Hamilton Parish 0, Dandytown Hornets 2, North Village Rams 2, Crossroads 0. In the first division, it was Vasco 3, Island Rangers 1, Boulevard Blazers 3, Robin Hood 2. Another reaction. Wolves 2, St. David's 0, and Devonshire Colts 3, Somerset Eagles 0. So let's jump right into the match yesterday at Wellington Oval, St. George's and Somerset coming into the game. So obviously Somerset played midweek, the semifinal, not the result they were looking for. So, on I guess you could say on a bit of tired legs, short week for them, going all the way St. George's to play. And St. George's, was looking to bounce back and did so following their draw with Hamilton Parish, I believe, last week, or the loss. So,
One second.
Sure.
It's yes, yeah. Sorry about that.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, looking at the result, I mean, St. George's, moved up the table. They're on 7 points now. Somerset, in the midst of after 4 games, or after 3 games, they only got 3 points. So it although we're early in the season, things are shaping up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, St. George's would have come into that game expecting to win it and doing everything they had to win. I stick by what I say with Somerset. Somerset has to find their feet. They have to find their feet. Relegation may be where they need to go to find their feet, to get in a space where they are playing with and for each other. So it's going to be, some tough roads ahead. I was hoping that they would have been able to capitalize on that victory that they had over PAC in the cup run, and try to use that to go on a run. But again, it's inconsistencies that's going to cost some of these teams points.
Mhm.
And so to find a consistent run or to find that balance, Jensen's got to find that team that works and give that team time to gel. Even if it doesn't work today, give that team time to gel, work with it, and see what you can get from that team.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Then today at Police Field, Young Men's Social Club got a second half goal and edged the PHC Zebras, the defending champions, 1-0. I saw your reaction. Tough to explain, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The one thing, I looked at Instagram this week. Yesterday, I was in the airport and it said, for Bermuda, Barbados, stunning stalemate. And I switched off of that right away because it got me angry, right?
Right.
But our girls didn't go into that game overconfident. We simply got overpowered. I don't know if that was the same for PAC. It's social club. Was it a game where coach tried certain things that didn't work and then tried to revert to what was working, or what has been working for them? It's a shocking result, and it's not to negate social club in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes the underdog's going to win. Look today, City beat United. So at the end of the day, um, it happens that way. But no, to be honest with you, PAC will definitely look at this game today and be like, what happened? Where did we go wrong? How did this? And I would love to talk to anyone who was there. I would love to see how much PHC attacked the social club goal, and it did social club's goalkeeper just have a stellar performance today.
Mm, mm. Then we moved on down at Wellington Oval, where Hamilton Parish continued to struggle in the league. They went down 2-0 to Dennytown Hornets, who picked up their second victory on a trot, to move out of that bottom half out of the relegation area, to move on to 6 points. Obviously, things are not all as well as they would like to be at Dennytown, but they're getting what they need right now to get themselves mid-table, and then when hopefully things get better, they can make a push.
Hamilton Parish has probably just been found out. You know, they were the new boys coming into the league last year, and got picked up a couple of surprise results. Um, they're probably playing at their level. Back at their level. I would hope that they're not found a sense of complacency or felt complacent based off of last season. They picked up a couple of players that I would have thought would have boosted, especially their attack. Midweek they had a game against Cougars. They were up, and it turned around. They ended up losing 2-1. But they're gonna have to find what drives them at this moment. We have to know what really, really drives them. Um,
Mm.
Thank you. One or two shots on. Thank you. Thanks, Jared. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, kudos to Social Club for that. So Hamilton Parish definitely are going to. What I don't want is for these results to turn the players off. Like I want these results to make the players hungry, make them want like what is it like meet tomorrow. Like obviously not talk about it today, but have a meeting tomorrow. Your next training session, let it be a meeting. if they have video on the game, watch it, and then go from there. And figure out the pieces that need to be fixed for their next match.
Right.
And kudos well done to Anytime. They're finding their feet. They're picking off. They're gonna get. Remember, winning breeds a different feeling. So
Yeah.
regardless of who they're beating, they will definitely continue to feel what that winning feels like, and now that's gonna gas them to continue on their run.
Right.
They have
Right.
the talent. There's no doubt in that. They have the talent.
Yeah. And the final Premier Division game of the weekend, North Village Rams defeated Crossroads 2-0. Crossroads, we've been looking at it ever since the season started, and we picked them to struggle, and so they have. They've really struggled. One, to find the back of the net, and two, to stop leaking goals. They're only scored 2 league goals and given up 9. And only have 1 point. So it's going to be a long season for them. And obviously, North Village, with the win, moved to the top of the table by themselves, having played 4 games and won all 4. So they're on 12 points. The match between Paget and Devonshire Cougars was not played due to a mix-up with the field. But North Village seem to be doing everything they can to get over the line in each match. And I think that's the sign of a team that's really gelling. When things are tough, they seem to get it done somehow, some way.
Yeah, well, people kind of wrote North Village off at the end of last season. People, individuals talking about leaving. Had no idea they were going to be picking up the players that they picked up, but those additions have made a huge difference. And as I said in winning, with winning, you have a sense of a better camaraderie among your team. Regardless, you can win and somebody be playing absolutely horrible, but that becomes overlooked. And it's vice versa. You could be losing and someone is really playing well, but that gets overlooked. So right now, North Village is in a very good space because they're not just beating teams that they should beat. They've had some. Out of all the games they played, I believe they've only lost to PHC in the cup run. I don't remember them losing any other games, right? And so they are right now in a very good space, and it's hard to break that. They have a target. They're going to have a target on their back. They're now in the finals. They're sitting at the top of the table. Which was somewhat unexpected of North Village this season, but at the end of the day, that's where they sit, and they will be, they would have gone into this game pretty confident based off of Crossroads results. For a little while, Crossroads had North Village number. North Village could not beat Crossroads, no matter how bad they were playing. And so North Village just have a confidence about themselves right now, and I hope it stays that confidence and not cockiness. I hope it doesn't become arrogance and stay at confidence and just keep doing the things that they are doing. Crossroads are going to have to find it. They're going to have to figure it out. If not, they've survived barely 2 seasons in a row. Is this now the season where they just run out? They run out of ideas. They've run out of legs. They've run out of everything. So, yeah, at the end of the day, they have to definitely go back to the drawing board and figure out what pieces they need to sort out as well.
Sure. What we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll look at the First Division matches over the weekend. We'll be right back.
Putting down the weapons.
You seeing this? John Barrett & Son is bringing us something fresh and exciting for the new year. Bai Antioxidant Infusion Beverage. Bai delivers the natural antioxidant benefits of the coffee fruit in glorious combination with a variety of exotic fruit flavors, with only 1 gram of sugar and 10 calories per bottle. The folks at Bai are inviting us on a world tour through these amazing flavors. Brasilia blueberry, Zambia Bing cherry, Costa Rica clementine, Malawi mango, Panama peach, Ipanema pomegranate, Kupang strawberry kiwi, and more. Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
I'm also thankful and grateful because my greatest value of my life is my legacy.
But why I do it? I feel supposed to do it. I was put here to be here, to do what I'm doing right now. Once I see somebody moving, it's the greatest joy for me. There's a little person being born.
I am thankful that people have given me the trust, for me to empower them, from my players to my family to friends. And that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that people have allowed me and trusted me to be in their life.
And welcome back. Well, in the first division last night, Vasco got by Island Rangers 3-1. Vasco have now played 4 matches. They're sitting on 9 points in the league because they've won 3 and lost 1. But Island Rangers, again, a team that's struggling to find the back of the net, only scored 2 goals, given up 11. They have yet to get a point off of their 4 games. So I guess a tale of 2 tapes. Vasco returning to the league and making a statement early, and Island Rangers continuing some of the form they've had over the last few years, lingering near the bottom of the table.
Yeah, I mean, Island Rangers, again, is, backyard football guys, that's coming out to play, staying in shape. We'll pick up points here and there. And then we will, we'll see where we are at the end of the league. I mean, it can't be relegated, right? So really, is it anything really to play for? Vasco will definitely have a lot more to play for. They have a great youth program, so they want to show their players that, there's something to play for. And they will go into each match feeling that they can win it, and picking up the results. So Vasco beating Island Rangers that would have been a must for them. There's no way they would have been able to, they will rue the points that they have dropped already, but they would have known going into that match that this is 3 points that we have to get. And so I'm happy about that, because teams should be winning games that they should be winning. It has to send that message in order for our football to improve, right? This team, Vasco, should be beating Island Rangers. No ifs, ands, or buts. And so, that's good 3 points for Vasco. And they're stamping their authority. They're making a stand. Just coming back into the league, they will have objectives. I know Leo would have objectives. And ticking these boxes each week is what's going to help them to continue to climb the standings.
Then it was this Boulevard edging Robin Hood 3-2. Someone has texted me to say it was 4-2, but the match officials currently have it down as 3-2, and I have to follow that up. But Boulevard picking up their first point for the season. Robin Hood started out with a bang. They've been controlling their destiny. I mean, they have played 2 games. They have won both the games. Now they've played 3 games. They've lost 1. They've scored 6 and given up 4. Boulevard now have 3 points. They're still second from the bottom. But the only way for Boulevard now is up. And, we have to see how Robin Hood bounce back from their first loss of the league in the league.
Good on Boulevard. That would be a confidence and a morale booster for Boulevard to get that win over Robin Hood, because Robin Hood, it was starting to look of the Robin Hood of old, in their league. Like, Robin Hood is playing in their league right now. And so for Boulevard to come out with the W, in this match would definitely give them the confidence to go into their next match. It's always capturing what you did. It's and that's why video is so exciting and important. And I love having the video. Because you have to see the things that went well. You have to see how you were able to win that game. And so, they would want to look at that video and this is what we need to do week in and week out. Not look at the video to find the mistakes or what went wrong, but look at the video to see what went well, because you want what went well to go well again. And so, Boulevard will look at this and say, you know what, this is what we need to do to kick on. Coach, what were your team selections? What were your tactics? What got you over that line? Was it the passion? Was it the hunger? What was it? And capitalize on that and build on that. For Robin Hood, they probably would feel that this is an opportunity missed to go further up the table. And they too will have to look and see what went well. Even though they didn't get the win, there are some things that still went well. Let's do those things more often. Let's limit our mistakes. As I watched our game over the past 2 days, it's been, this is what happened. This is why they did that, because of what we done or what we didn't do. So whilst I was able to still share with the players the good parts, like, this is what happened here. In the match, you don't always get that opportunity, and even during the match to have those conversations. But to be able to use that tool to play the next match is a great tool.
Sure. Next game, Wolves defeated St. David's 2-0. Wolves are working their way up the table. They're now in third place with 6 points, 2 wins and a loss. Remember, they lost their first game of the season to Vasco, but they've bounced back. They've scored 6 goals and conceded 3. St. David's, on the other hand, now played 4 games. They're 2-2. They've scored 4 goals but given up 8 with the 6 points. So two teams heading in opposite directions as well. I mean, St. David's 1 week would look, well, by results, look good with the win, but then it follows with a loss. It's going to be difficult for them to be consistent if they can't. And one of the things that in their losses, they're not scoring goals. So it's clearly a problem. They've got to score goals in order to have a chance of winning or even staying in the game.
Absolutely. So Sakiba ended up playing golf today twice. He was unavailable once again. But yeah, Lugo is going to have to figure out, where's his goals going to come from defensively? How they setting up defensively? Confidence. Are they confident? Do they have a goalkeeper that's confident? Do they have a goalkeeper that's directing from the back? They are leaking goals and they're unable to score. I know Aaron Painter was one of their scorers. I heard that he had a slight injury. I don't know if he's playing or not, but he was their goal threat for a bit. So they will have to figure it out soon. It's you don't want to. They had a good start. Like I was yeah, okay, I'm feeling comfortable and confident picking St. David's. I can make a lot of people happy by doing St. David's, and so now they put me in a tough spot because I don't know, and I get it. If I don't pick them, if I don't pick them, like. I'm gonna not pick them. So when I don't pick them, they do well. So but hey, it's the game, right? And we have to remember too that the game is not won on paper; it's won on the field. And if you don't come adequately prepared to play, then these results can happen. So, but hey, Wolves, yeah, they're that team. Like, could you imagine being Wolves like 2 years in a row? You're that close. You're that close. So they need to be making sure that they are picking up points where they have to pick up points. Like, they cannot afford to not get points, and they probably had to grind out those two goals. So, I'm sure it was a scrappy, in a good way, match. But, Wolves would know that they have to get these results.
Right, definitely. And then the final first division match up at Police Field, Devonshire Colts defeated Somerset Eagles 3-0. Devonshire Colts with the result moved on top of the table with 9 points. They're tied with Vasco. They've played 3 games, won all 3, scored 11, only given up 3. While Somerset Eagles, 3 games, 1 win, 2 losses, scored 6 times, given up 8, and only have 3 points. Joe Ma got a lot of work to do on his side, but it looks like the players from Devonshire Colts are responding to Coach Ray Jones' tactics already this season.
Well, a lot of them will have been playing under him for a while. And again, this may be right now, as they're rebuilding at Devonshire Colts, this might be their league. So they're going to get the confidence and they're going to find their feet in this league, and they are going to do well. They are going to do well. I will put, if I could bet that Colts will win that league, and almost comfortably win it without too much pressure. They have quite a few players that can play in the Premier League. So at the end of the day, there's no way I can see Devonshire Colts dropping points anywhere, if I'm being honest, unless it's a bad day at the office, and it would have to be a really bad day, because they do have some quality players playing at Devonshire Colts. And again, Somerset Eagles, this is not new territory for them. It is looking a little better, but they're still on the end of these defeats, and do they keep that as another team that, there's no relegation? So, are the guys playing to play, to win, to try to do well, to try to get promoted, or it's the guys that knock off from work, come have a little kick, and play on Sundays?
Well, they got a few more games to figure it out, to get it right. So there you have it. We're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we're going to look at the picks that we had from this weekend and obviously pick for next weekend. We'll be right back.
I'm also thankful and grateful because my greatest value of my life is my legacy.
But why I do it? I feel supposed to do it. I was put here to be here, to do what I'm doing right now. Once I see somebody moving, it's the greatest joy for me. There's a little person being born.
I am thankful that people have given me the trust, for me to empower them, from my players to my family to friends, and that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that people have allowed me and trusted me to be in their life.
Putting down the weapons.
You seeing this?
Here's one of our favorite feature brands, true veterans of the food awareness movement. Bob's Red Mill, the U.S. leading miller of organic whole grain foods. Only whole grains have the entire value developed during growth. And once you try them, you know that this is the way food was intended to be. Try Bob's Red Mill blanched almond, whole wheat pastry, and artisan bread flours, and 1-to-1 gluten-free baking flour, unsweetened shredded coconut, gluten-free homemade wonderful bread mix, and a variety of rolled oats. Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
And welcome back. Well, Coach, let's take a look at the picks that we had. Obviously, the Paget Devonshire Cougars game has not been played due to a mix-up with scheduling at a field. St. George's defeated Somerset Trojan 3-1. We all took St. George's to win that match. Social Club edged PHC 1-0. We all took PHC. Hamilton Parish went down 2-0 to the Dandytown Hornets. I took Dandytown, Punchy took Parish, and you wanted a draw. I picked up a point there. North Village Rams defeated Crossroads 2-0. We all took North Village. We all took Vasco to defeat Island Rangers, and they did that 3-1. We all took Devonshire Coast to defeat Somerset Eagles, and they did that 3-0. We all, well, myself and Punchy took Robin Hood. You claimed a draw for the match between Boulevard Blazers and Robin Hood when Boulevard won that 3-2. And we all took Wolves over St. David's, and Wolves won that 2-0. So at the end of the day, I got 6 points, moved to 18. Punchy got 5, moving to 19. And you got 5, moving to 17.
I thought these coaches need to watch this show so they can help me out here. Well, Manny tells me every week, I don't know why you don't call me. I'm like, well, you have to, you know the games that's coming. You got to send me the results. They got to send me your picks.
That's all it's got to do.
Send me your picks, and then I can, then I'll know. I know he don't want to send me his picks, and then when I pick, he tells me I'm dumb.
You know what? It's easy to be on the sideline picking, okay?
Exactly. That's all right. When I get back off this tour, I'm gonna watch games. I'm gonna make my own judgment calls.
Okay. All right. So let's go down the list. I'll go first. Saturday afternoon, 5 p.m. at Somerset Cricket Club. It's Somerset versus Dandytown. I just think Dandytown now have found a way to get over the edge, and I think they'll do just that at Somerset on Saturday. I'm going to take the Dandytown Hornet.
I am going to take Dandytown as well.
Okay. All right, you're up. PHC Zebras, 8 p.m. on Saturday evening against Hamilton Parish up at PHC.
PHC. I don't know what happened today, but I'll stand by that. PHC will win that.
Okay, I think PHC to bounce back as well. On Sunday at Police Field, Social Club, coming off their 1-0 win over PHC, will take on St. George's Colts. I'm going to say St. George's for this match. I think they have just a bit too much firepower for Young Leicester Club, despite their win today.
Oh yeah, St. George's easy call.
Paget Lions at Southampton Oval on Sunday entertain the North Village Rams.
Probably table clash. That's going to be a high octane powered match. I still think that North Village will edge them, but it's going to be Anton Russell will play out of his socks that day.
Yeah. I think North Village, the high they're on right now, I think they will edge Paget in this particular match. I've actually had a lot of faith in Paget this year. They've done extremely well, but I just think that North Village are just a tad bit better right now in the league. So I'm going to say.
And then if that Cougars and Paget match, is that going to be rescheduled?
They have to reschedule it. Yeah, they have to reschedule it, but they haven't done that as of yet.
Okay.
Yeah. The final Premier Division match is going to be at Lords in St. David's, where Crossroads entertain Devonshire Cougars, and I'm going to take Devonshire Cougars.
Yeah, that's easy pick.
All righty. Okay. Moving into the first division. Island Rangers entertain Robin Hood up at the Somerset Cricket Club.
Robin Hood.
Okay. And I'm going to take Robin Hood to bounce back as well, following their defeat against Boulevard today. So the next match is Somerset Eagles entertain the Boulevard Blazers at White Hill Field. Interestingly enough, Joma now faces his former club, his previous club, and one team struggling in Somerset Eagles, and Boulevard just picked up a big win. I honestly believe this match here will go to the Boulevard Blazers by a single goal.
I think it's getting to Boulevard, but not by a single girl, but it's gonna definitely be Boulevard.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next game at Police Field. Devonshire Colts take on Vasco. Top of the table clash.
Who is it? I'm sorry, who was that?
Devonshire Colts take on Vasco.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Colts, Spike. No, Devonshire Colts can beat Vasco. Devonshire Colts can beat.
And I'm gonna take Devonshire Colts as well because I think right now they're as you indicated, they're running hot right now,
Yeah.
scoring goals and not conceding many. Where Vasco is scoring goals, but they're also conceding, and they need to work on that. That's one of the things Leo's gonna have to work on is ensuring that they give up less goals. And to allow themselves that comfortable victory. So, yeah, final match. Southampton Rangers versus Wolves. And I believe Wolves are right now changed a lot of people's ideas about them. They just missed out on promotion last year. Didn't start the season off as well as they wanted to, but they've bounced back. They've won 2 on a trot, and I think they have enough, just enough, to get by Southampton Rangers. Although Southampton Rangers in the last game, one big, 1-4-0, but I just think Wolves are different beasts and playing well right now. So I'm going to take Wolves.
Yeah, I'm good with Wolves as well. I think Wolves is in a different space.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a different place right now, and I don't anticipate there being an upset there.
All right. Well, Coach, I do want to thank you for joining. I know you're in the midst of working on getting Bermuda women back into that winner's circle come Tuesday night. We want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Bermuda, out and support these ladies. They're your ladies. They're your team, and they need your support. They need that 12th, 13th, and 14th man on Tuesday night to get back into that winner's circle and push towards making sure that they have all the opportunities to advance out of the group. So again, Coach, all the best.
Thank you very much.
And we'll talk to you again on Tuesday night.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Have a good day, folks.
See you as well.